and welcome back to The Oily Life. My name is Tanya if you are new here, and on my channel I like to share all things natural living, essential oils, natural DIYs, and some behind the scene glimpses into my all natural bath and body business. So for today, we're going to be making shower steamers. If you're not familiar with a shower steamer, it's basically a bath bomb for your shower, so you can still get all those nice aromatherapy benefits in, even if you don't have time to soak in the tub. I personally take a lot more showers than I do baths, so I love having this option of the shower steamer. Basically, they're just little discs. You put them in the bottom of your shower pan, and as the water hits them, the essential oils release, and you get those aromatherapy benefits while you're in the shower. So let's get started with the shower steamers.
So for our shower steamers, we're going to start off with 23.5 ounces of baking soda, and then I'm going to add in 3.5 ounces of arrowroot powder. The arrowroot powder just helps for making a harder shower steamer. That way it will last throughout your whole shower instead of dissolving right away. No one wants to be having this aromatherapy experience in the shower and then it fizzle out after, 2 or 3 minutes. So that's the purpose of the arrowroot powder. Along with that, I put in 1 ounce of cream of tartar. Same reasoning, it makes the shower steamer harder. That way, when you're putting it in the shower, if you're just dropping it or whatever, it won't break, as well as it helps the steamer hold together throughout a longer shower. And then that will be it for our dry ingredients at this point. So now we're going to move on to our liquid ingredients. So this next little concoction here is 0.35 ounces of isopropyl alcohol that I've dissolved 1.25 ounces of menthol crystals in. The menthol crystals, they really amp up the aromatherapy experience of the shower steamer, but you do want them to be fully dissolved in the isopropyl alcohol. Otherwise, as the water's hitting them, they don't really release that scent in the same way. So what I do is I crush up the crystals with either the back of a spoon or rolling pin before I add them to the isopropyl alcohol, and then I actually just heat it up a little bit in the microwave, and that helps them dissolve faster and without leaving any sort of chunks or anything like that in there. And then once it's fully dissolved, then it's ready to be used in the shower steamer. And then along with the menthol crystals, I'm also adding in eucalyptus and peppermint essential oils at a 2% usage rate. I'll have the exact amounts I use down in the description box. But this will just make for a really refreshing, really great for congestion, invigorating shower steamer between the menthol crystals, the eucalyptus, and the peppermint. And then we're just going to let all of that mix together for a few minutes while we get our citric acid measured out. I'm using 11.75 ounces of citric acid for this recipe. Mine was a little chunky, so I had to break it up a little bit. But once I have it measured out and all the bigger clumps out, I'm just going to go ahead and add it in with the rest of our shower steamer mixture in the stand mixer and let that continue to mix together for around 4 or 5 minutes. And that is it as far as what goes into the shower steamer. Now, just based on the fact that where I am, I'm in northern Kentucky, and we're already really humid for the year, I didn't need to add in any additional water or witch hazel or anything like that. If you're in a less humid climate, then you may need to add in some additional water or witch hazel just to get the mixture to clump together. But this time of year, I don't need to add anything extra to mine. Now in the winter months, when I make bath bombs or shower steamers, I do end up putting in a little additional moisture into this recipe. So it's the end of May and it's already 50 to 60% humidity. And as we get into the summer months, it's only going to get more humid here. So I really won't have to start adding any additional moisture into my recipes until probably October or November, just based on how humid it stays around here during the warmer months. But if you're in a less humid climate, then you may just need to add in some additional moisture to your recipe. And then as far as making the shower steamers, I'm just using a mooncake press. I'll have the one I'm using linked down below, and you get about a 4-ounce shower steamer with this particular mold. You do kind of really want to pack it in, at least for the bottom layer, because it comes with little like design molds, so that way you get some of the design. I did leave these uncolored since they're a shower steamer. I don't see the need to put any color in, but you definitely could if you wanted to. But basically I just pack in the mixture into the mold and then just press it out on a piece of parchment paper and allow it to dry, typically 2 to 3 days before I do go ahead and seal it. I don't let mine sit any longer than that just because of the humidity in the air. I want to get them wrapped up airtight and protected as soon as possible just to keep them from activating. But if you are in a less humid area, you may be able to let yours dry longer than that. And I just use shrink wrap bags to package these right now. Someday I would like to get a shrink wrap system so I can have the biodegradable shrink wrap. But for now, I just use the little bags. It's a 5x6 bag that I use. It's also really important when you label your shower steamers that you mark it not as being skin safe, so not for use on the skin, just with the menthol crystals in there, and you're allowed to use a higher rate of essential oil since it's not a leave-on product. It would not be a pleasant experience for someone to use one of these in the bathtub. It'd be very, very irritating to the skin. So just be sure you're putting that label on there, that warning on the label, not safe for skin use. And then you will be good to go with these shower steamers. I'm super happy with how these turned out. They kept a great scent in the shower and they lasted a really long time. So if you've been looking for a recipe, I think this would be a good one for you to give a try. It's pretty beginner friendly and like I said, love the results of it.
So I hope you enjoyed today's video and it inspires you to try to make some shower steamers for yourself. If you did like this video, then I hope you'll subscribe and come back for more videos and become part of my community here on YouTube. So take care and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.